Hey everybody, welcome back. We're gonna have a quick mobility class, but first we'll start with some conditioning to get our bodies warm. Today's focus is gonna be on activations and we're gonna skip joint roll down. So it might be a little bit different than you're used to, but that'll be awesome. Find some space on the floor. We're gonna start warm up today with forward step faults going forward. If you missed the last live stream on Thursday, we did 8 different sequencing patterns. We're only gonna do 2 today, 4 times each for warm up. So I'm gonna follow this nice crack in my rubber floor here, and I'm gonna take my left foot, right hand, I'm gonna step fault over, I'm gonna take an extra step, and I switch. Left hand, right foot, step, step, switch, step, step, switch, step, step. And as that starts to feel more and more comfortable, you can start creating more points of contact as you transfer to your hands. I'm gonna stand up and reset. Step, step, switch, step, step, switch. Make sure to keep flat palms. And I'm really committing that hand and foot opposite pattern, making sure that it's on the line as if it were a beam. That was 2. 2 more. Step, step, switch, step, step, switch. Don't forget to breathe. You are in chat, in live stream. Say hi. Let us know you're there. Whew. I'm breathing, I'm breathing. Oh yeah. Woohoo. That was it. Okay, I think. New movement pattern. Backward step faults, going backwards. So along the same line, I'm going to start on the same quote side. So I'm gonna turn around from you. My left foot, my right hand is gonna interact with the line first. So as I put that foot down, I'm gonna grab that line and step backwards, take an extra step, and I switch. Left hand, right foot reaches backwards. I step, whoa, I step, and I switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. Boom, boom. And as this gets more comfortable, I can keep my hands nice and low. And I can get that transfer.
We got a Kelsey in chat.
Hi, Kelsey. Get these backward step switches, girl. Okay, that was 1. So again, lining up, I'm gonna step backward over and my feet are always going the direction I wanna go. Backward, step, turn it. Backward, step, turn it. I think I messed up my pattern there. Going too fast. 3rd time is the charm.
Sometimes.
Step back, switch, step back. Hooah. And I'm breathing. Woohoo. Okay, last time. For this one, it's helpful to take a wider step back so that as you place that hand down and step, it gets you ready to reach back for the switch. Backward, step, whoa, switch, backward, step, switch. Whew. Effective warm-up. Tired. Whew. Okay, excellent. We're gonna jump right in. Today's mobility circuit. Charles, come. We're gonna start with we're gonna do something weird. We're gonna have movements like a shrink circuit, and we're going to have you repeat them. So you can go at your own pace that way, or you can follow along.
Oh, I gotta move this way.
I gotta breathe.
You did a great job.
I did it.
Something that we'll find useful for today, we are going to be using some chairs. So we've got 2 chairs right here.
I'm gonna take a
You
quick
wanna
yawn.
Take a moment and find your own objects. We're going to be using these as just little markers. I'm going to have mine this way.
Okay.
Very good. We're just gonna be doing a couple different things with this. For right now though, we're gonna go over a couple different movements that we'll do without the chairs. One thing that we're gonna be doing a lot is standing on one leg, getting ourselves balanced, stabilized. We're gonna be doing some of that today. And we're gonna be doing some drops. I'll move this off to the side. And we're gonna start ourselves off just with a simple warm up. We're gonna have a slight bend in that knee. We're just gonna think about balancing, stabilizing, reaching down, bending at that hip. Maybe you can tap your toe, maybe you stop halfway down your shin, maybe you just go to your knee, that's perfectly fine. And you stand yourself right back up. And we're just gonna go nice and slow with this.
Toe touches.
Little toe touches.
Whoa, loud motorcycle.
I think all the motorcyclists are so happy today. We've been hearing so many of them.
I know. Noise pollution has been a thing the last 2 days between all of the mowing and the motorcycles.
There was a lot of mowing yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
And then we'll switch sides. And so today we're doing mobility activations.
Oh yeah.
We are not gonna be doing our normal joint roll down and like long holds or anything else. We're gonna be putting this into a little circuit as we travel and transition through. We'll be doing each of these for reps, but the idea is not necessarily the same as a strength workout.
Trying to figure out where to be. I'm just not in a
We
good
can
spot.
switch the camera angle if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right, I'm gonna be turning sideways this time. You wanna go to the main cam. So I'm gonna turn in sideways for this. What we're gonna think about next is just standing up nice and tall. We're curling, we're tucking, we're holding, keeping ourselves nice in that hollow shape, having a nice good core activation right through here. And you wanna think about just pulling that heel up nice and high. You just get it where you want it to be as high as possible. Again, we're not going out to the side, going internal rotation. We're not allowing the external rotation. We're just staying nice and straight and the leg goes right back down. We just lift it up, we hold, we squeeze, and we drop it right back down. We're just gonna do 5 of these. Then we'll switch sides. Again, we're just keeping that knee right where it is. We're squeezing with that hamstring, trying to get that heel maybe to touch our butt, if that were possible. It's not possible for me. Maybe it's possible for you. I don't know.
That would be crazy. That would be awesome. I don't think that's possible. Maybe.
I lost count. I'm gonna do one more.
I think I did 5. I'm calling that good.
And then the idea for this particular exercise, we're gonna be doing bird drops, but we're just doing that single standing leg, reaching down, touching our toe. However, the idea is that we're gonna keep that knee completely straight the entire time. We're gonna keep it locked out. We are also going to initiate this drop by pulling that heel up with the opposite leg. The heel goes up, the hamstring is activated, we maintain that position as we lean forward and we try to tap wherever we happen to go. And the entire time you're thinking about lifting that knee up nice and high. I'm gonna put that angle back again so we can see.
Okay.
Transition. We're gonna think about keeping that knee up, or sorry, that foot up as high as possible the entire time. We're activating this leg as we get it up. We're reaching down the entire time. We're thinking about lifting, 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 lifting. I stop right about here and I feel a nice good stretch go through that opposite hamstring. And then I drop myself back down and that foot goes down. That's one. Let's do that 4 more times. We'll do this on each side. And that hamstring activates. We start that drop. Pull ourselves back up. Again, the entire time. Be diligent, keep that heel up as high as possible. Especially on the way up, really think about squeezing through that glute to get yourself back up to a standing position.
Kelsey says, not possible if you have calf muscles. I agree with you. I don't think you could touch your heel to your butt. Paul says, I can already tell I'm going to feel like that water dipper bird. That's what they're called.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. All right, so that's 5 in one leg. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Again, pull that heel up nice and high. Really think about staying nice and straight through that core. We bend, get that foot up, and just go as low as you feel comfortable going. There's no like reaching through here. You're gonna feel that activate. You're gonna feel that hamstring start to feel itself pull, and that's great, that's fine. You just get that nice little moment of that really deep stretch, and then we slowly pull ourselves back out from that shape. Again, the entire time, really think about lifting through that opposite leg. Get it up as high as possible.
How are we feeling about that second view, y'all? Helpful?
Hopefully it's not too dinky. If y'all are watching on a phone.
Yeah, it might be dinky on a phone.
I lost count.
You're done.
You're done.
You're welcome.
Making me feel better. If you have a chair, we're gonna grab it now.
Woo. Think, go that way a little bit. Good. Ta-da.
We're gonna practice our social distancing. All right, so we got a chair out in front of us. We're gonna do our best. If this chair, whatever object it is, if it's too much for you and you can't continue through with these activations, you might try just using the floor in front of you. That's perfectly fine.
Even a small stack of pillows.
A small stack of pillows, something that you are trying to avoid. What we're gonna be doing, we're gonna find a spot about 1 leg length away from that object. We're just making sure that whatever standing leg we're on, I'm gonna be standing on my right leg. I've got my left leg that goes up on this chair. And we wanna make sure that you're looking down, you're making sure that your foot is pointed straight forward in front of you. You wanna make sure you're not doing that thing where you're twisting out and open into that standing leg. Keep that hip pointed straight out in front of you. Keep that knee straight up and down. And what we're gonna do for this one, we're activating through that quad. I want you to start off with your toes pulled back into. You're gonna squeeze that quad right on that leg that's up on that chair or whatever object you're using. And we're gonna try to keep everything as still as possible as we lift that leg. And I know we've got these backs of the chairs that are up in front of us, so I'm gonna turn mine this way just so that you can see.
Yeah, and then this is a side view for my bright pink pants. That'll work.
So even if you're not going that high, what we wanna make sure we're not using that standing leg to bend, to kind of lean back and get ourselves up. If anything, you kind of wanna lean forward a little bit as you lift that leg. So we're gonna keep ourselves up nice and tall. We're doing this 3 times slowly. It should take a count of 2 or 3 seconds in order for us to finish this activation. We're standing up, we lift as high as possible, and then we place it nicely back down. We do that again, lift, and back down.
Theoretically, we shouldn't hear our
And we do
chair.
1 more. And then we're doing 6 of these. That was 3 dorsiflexed with our toes back towards us. Now we're gonna point our toes away from us. We're doing the same thing. We lift and down. We lift and down.
You gotta remember not to let your back knee bend because I cheat. Oh, don't cheat.
No cheating. Very good. We'll switch sides.
Cool. Dorsiflex, toes back.
We get ourselves set. Again, squeeze that quad, pull those toes as much as you can, and lift. Lift. That's 2, 1 more. That's 3. We point those toes out away from us, same thing, 3 lifts.
And if your foot goes not very high, it's okay.
It could go you could even not leave the object, and as
True.
long as you're like, come on.
Trying,
Get up there.
imagining.
That's great, yeah.
Use our imaginations.
Very nice. And we're gonna shake that up.
Cool.
Now, if you did move the chair out away from you, try to grab it again. We're gonna be using the back as a little brace here. What I'm gonna be thinking about doing, I'm gonna find a spot. I don't wanna be too far away from that chair to begin with. We're gonna kind of play around with this and find a good position for this. But what we want to have happen is for that foot to go all the way up on top of that seat for that chair. And then we wanna think about just reaching our leg back behind us. Once again, we're in a lunge shape, but we're on a split level lunge. that front leg is up instead of down on the floor. What we want to be able to do is make sure that we're not leaning forward too much as we drop down. We need some space in order to feel a little stretch go through that back leg, because what we're thinking about doing is actually lunging ourselves down as we think about sending our hip toward our heel. As we bend that knee back behind us, I'm getting a nice deep stretch that goes through that front part of my backward leg. And then I'm just gonna push myself back into a straight position.
Okay, for mobile humans, this might be a challenge.
This might be a challenge.
Okay.
We play around with it, we find a position that
Where
feels,
do you want the stretch?
so it's not necessarily
Hip flexor?
so you'll feel a little bit of a stretch go through that backward
You just
leg.
want the activation.
But we're just activating. We're dropping down and in. We're just getting that nice deep
This is
position.
so important to see. You go here, you go sideways. This is good.
I'm gonna switch sides so
Do it
that it's a
again.
little bit easier.
The key here is to see how his knee doesn't travel in front of his.
Your knee might
A
travel
little
in
bit,
front.
but then you drop down instead of forward.
Yes,
I struggle with that.
right through here. That is what we're looking for right there. And we just push ourselves back.
There.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the entire time we're making sure we're not just arching through that back. We want to activate. We want to keep ourselves steady. We really want to think about pulling up through that pelvis as we drop that knee straight down. And again, we're not holding this stretch for any long period of time. We're just dropping ourselves in, getting ourselves there, and then slowly pushing out from it. We're gonna be doing 5 on each leg. I'm gonna do one more on this side. And I'm gonna switch sides. Again, it's nice to have the chair angled this way so you can actually use the back rest for a little bit of extra support if you so choose.
And we're hopping around to figure out the correct distance of your foot.
I'm gonna do one more.
So strange. It's weird, different on my left than my right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
We're gonna go back to this, but I'm gonna put that chair off to the side just so it's a little bit easier to see the next couple exercises that we're doing. We're gonna travel down to the floor.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah. We're down on the floor. We're gonna find some position that we can sit. We're gonna brace with our back for just a moment. We're gonna be doing some internal, external rotations of our hips. So we're gonna think about doing first, we'll just get ourselves in position. You might just have to play around. You will be adjusting your feet if you haven't done this in a little bit. But we wanna think about, I'm gonna go ahead, I've got immobile hips. I'm gonna totally lean to my left. If you're viewing this, it's your right. But I'm gonna really lean, I'm gonna lift that right hip off the floor until I get my left knee completely down flat against the floor. Then I'm gonna readjust. And I want this knee to actually connect with the floor. And again, that hip is super up high right now. I'm not getting any sort of stretch. I'm gonna pull and dorsiflex my foot. I'm gonna really think about pressing that knee down in the floor, making sure that I'm not getting any torsion or twist that goes through that knee joint. And then once I'm here, I'm gonna think about sitting that hip back a little bit. And so we've got this little switch here where I'm doing internal rotation this way. I'm thinking about pressing through my external rotators out through this leg. I could even dorsiflex this one if I so chose. And again, I'm pushing that hip back in towards the floor here. We're just kind of holding this shape. We're just trying to figure out whether or not this feels good or bad. If you've got, if you're feeling some knee issues down in this way, you don't need to go as far, or you can really think about sitting that hip up a little bit. We're gonna be doing activations in this. It will be a little bit different. We're not necessarily gonna get a stretch here. We're trying to hold ourselves in position. And some of you have done this before and you know where this is going. But we're gonna pull that leg back. We're gonna try to keep that foot where it is, and we might have to readjust this opposite leg as we switch sides. And again, I'm gonna really think about letting that hip come up to begin with, just so that I can get myself in the correct shape, the correct position. I'm gonna shift this leg. I'm gonna pull my toes, really think about pressing that knee down in the floor.
And you don't want to feel this primarily in your knee. If you are, stop, back out.
Correct. What we're looking for is these deep little muscles right in here on that hip. You might not feel a huge stretch, and again, it's not necessarily the point yet, we're really thinking about just holding and activating. This is just gonna be the main shape that we get ourselves in just a moment.
And then something else, not everybody's different, but fairly 90-degree angles. Foot to shin to femur, 90. So you're making a little zigzag of 90. And then for me, my hips break that. So my hips are more open. This would be a true 90. So I'm making my other leg the 90.
And then we're gonna pull that back, and our feet should be in the correct position, in the correct shape as they are here. So once we're here, what we're gonna think about doing this time, we're dropping through that shape again. Maybe you try to activate and keep yourself in that hip height position that we're looking for here, so we don't have to really think. My phone is in the way. Shorts were fun, but the wrong decision to make for this position right now. So now that we're here, you can use your hands if you want to. We're gonna think about holding, and we're gonna think about placing our belly button down on that inner thigh, and maybe even dropping through our sternum down on towards our knee. And then at the same time, we're thinking about keeping that hip down and that back leg. We drop ourselves through. Again, you can brace as much as you want with your arms, and we'll pull ourselves up.
So hip down, watch my correction.
Yep.
Hip down.
And we'll push that hip back.
Okay.
And we pull ourselves up, and we're gonna switch sides. So we rotate on that heel as we switch our shape.
Zigzag city.
And again, I'm gonna brace with my arms this time. And now that the stretch switches, now we're feeling this in our outside glute. So I'm getting it actually in my right hip back here.
Right.
And we're gonna pull ourselves up. And if you so choose, on your way down, you can try to hold yourself and activate without using your arms as a brace. You can drop yourself in. We hold just for a couple seconds. We pull ourselves up. Trying not to use, I know, and trying not to use our arms, we'll rotate and switch.
I'm inching forward. Like I've moved like 6 inches.
And we'll pull ourselves up and switch. That's one.
Oh boy, I'm gonna be off screen by the time we're done.
Pulling back.
Tie this tight on that.
Pulling back up. That's two.
I gotta scooch back.
She's a mover.
I'm a mover. It's like how inchworms move.
Pulling back up.
These are fabulous.
Keep it going. Switch.
Oh, he's lost his phone.
The wrong pant choice.
If you are on hard floors like us, this is actually starting to irritate my bones because I don't normally just shove and roll on my bones and squish. And if
Doing
you're
one more.
Charlie, you might not care. But I'm gonna get a little extra cushion.
Got to toughen my body up.
Better. It's just like that little extra that's not quite as severe. I don't want to bruise myself for no reason. If you do, that's fine. It's your choice.
So we did 5 on each side.
Cool.
Cool.
Next.
Next, since we're already here down on the floor, Nicole got a mat. If you have some open space or you want to get a mat if you're on hardwood floor, you also might want to spend a little bit of a moment, find a yoga mat or something else. We're gonna switch ourselves over. And what we're doing is something that we call a T pulse and a Y pulse. T pulse means we're gonna get ourselves down on our belly and our stomach. Our arms are going out to the side. And what we're thinking about doing is reaching as far outward as possible with our fingers as we think about lifting away from the floor. things to keep track of. Make sure that your arms are actually out straight. Your brain is really good at lying to you as they start to get like more tired and more tired, they start to go down this way, and you start to not use all those wonderful upper back muscles. Just kind of transition this over to your triceps as you pull yourself up. This is no good.
I'm gonna go over this
We're thinking
way.
about keeping ourselves straight out. We want our shoulder blades to crunch into themselves. Then when we're done with those, our arms are going to instantly move up above us. We're gonna think about lifting with our thumbs up as we lift nice and high in a Y shape, lifting as tall as possible.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get myself down on the floor this way. Hopefully this doesn't completely destroy the mic.
Yeah, we'll
I'm
find
gonna
out.
hold, you could rest your forehead on the floor if you so choose. Otherwise, you can just think about holding and lifting. You don't wanna think about cranking your neck back up though. Just keep yourself supported and held out to the side. I've got my arms out in front
Can
of
you
me.
just double check my placement?
I can't see.
I can't tell. Trying to see if you can see me.
Oh, they can.
Okay.
All right. So I've got my arms out to the side. I'm supporting my head in a comfortable position. Again, I'm thinking about reaching as wide as possible. We are doing 10 of these on each. We're doing these nice and slow. Ready? Here we go. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Arms go up in a Y shape.
Oh boy.
We would think about getting our thumbs pointed up to the ceiling. We do 10. Here we go. Lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep those elbows straight. 8, 9, and 10. Oh. We get ourselves back up.
Excellent.
That was our circuit. That was one round.
Woohoo.
We're doing 4.
Oh boy.
So we get ourselves set.
Yep.
We find our position again.
With the chair.
Not chairs yet.
Oh yeah, it's bird dog.
We're gonna do our bird drops. Once again, we find that open space. We stand ourselves up. We get our legs set. Foot comes back, and we drop. Again, we're doing these 5 times. Wow, I touched my toe that time. I couldn't do it the first time.
Whoa, balance.
I've got one more. I just kind of noticed that I kept my heel up for most of those. Feel free to do so if you so choose. You can absolutely reset
Take a
between
break
each
each
one.
time.
That's perfectly fine.
Okay. Whoa.
A little bit of a isometric workout that you get on that hamstring, which is what we're going to be doing on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Sneak peek.
Sneak peek. I think my head's chopped off when I stand this close.
You are.
Hi. Seeing the important part of the leg. Take it out.
Very good. We grab that chair, whatever we were using before. Again, there's no real time element to this. We're not like hustling.
No.
We're not really trying to get our heart rate up or anything else like that. This isn't a workout in that sense. We're just going through our circuit. Again, these are leg lifts.
Oh.
Make sure you're getting yourself set.
I'm a listener.
You dorsiflex that toe. Really squeeze, engage that quad.
I'm not feeling the side angle. Is
feeling
anybody else feeling this? I feel like it's too small.
Okay.
We're gonna go full screen action, so I'm not so focused on it anymore. Hi, I can look there now. Yay! Okay, I'm ready.
we go. 3, 1, 2, 3. Point that toe. 1, 2, 3. Switch sides. Pull those toes back. Lifting for 1, 2, 3. Point those toes. 1, 2, and 3.
I haven't even looked at Facebook.
We switched to that lunge.
Lunge
Nicole's going
time.
to check up on chat. Again, if you do have any questions on any of these as we go through these circuits, feel free to let us know. Again, we find that good position in that lunge, that whole foot is up on top. You can use that backrest for a support, and then we drop that knee. That's 2. We're doing 5 of these. And that's 5. Let's go ahead and switch.
There's never a comment on Facebook. People don't say hi on Facebook. YouTube is the best, apparently, for saying hi. Good job, y'all.
Here we go. Drop in for 1. 2. 3. 4. We're doing 1 more.
Oh boy.
5. Our chairs are going to go away just so that you can see.
I'm behind, so I'm gonna keep doing my thing.
We drop ourselves on down. We're trying to find it to the best of our ability. Let's try to remember exactly where our feet were as we get ourselves set. But even if you're doing these without supporting yourself with your arms, you can still shift in this shape, in this position, in order to get yourself in the correct angle. But we think about twisting as we do that drop. And we switch. That's 1. Switch. That's 2. That's 3. No, it's not. We're switching. You can tell I want these to be over. These are the worst ones for me.
Yeah.
That's 3.
These are not the worst ones for me.
This phone, I'm gonna have to just take the phone out of my pocket for these.
Fine. Oh, this side is worse for sure. It just wants to hang out here.
Switch. I don't know the best place to do so it doesn't break the microphone.
For those of you that
And one
saw
more.
and joined on Thursday, I was in need of a phone caddy because we were hip rolling and I was struggling, so Charlie just held it. So
And
apparently
switch.
I need to hold it for you now.
Apparently I'm holding, I'm my own phone caddy.
You are your own phone caddy.
And we pull ourselves on back. Ooh,
Whee!
very nice. Put our microphone back in position. We flip ourselves around. Down on the floor.
I have some buzz.
Arms go out.
Oh boy.
Again, the entire time, make sure you really think about reaching those fingers out as wide as possible. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10.
Said and 9 like it was gonna be the end. He was
Yeah.
a trickster.
There's no blood in my brain right now. It's all in my upper back. Let's go over my head.
Thumbs up.
In a Y shape, thumbs up.
Okay.
Again, try to keep those elbows as straight as possible. Ready? Here we go. Lifting for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
I can tell that you don't like those as much as the others because you go faster.
I hate those. They're dumb and they should die.
Okay,
right.
so that was 2 rounds. 4
rounds.
rounds total.
4 rounds.
Hamstring curl,
Yep.
birdie,
Bird drop.
birdie hammies, birdie hammies. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. More open.
Wow. And palming the floor.
Wow,
That's fun.
really? I guess I should try palming. And then if I
Lost
push
my
to get
mouse.
back up, does that cheat?
Switching.
I'm not I'm
You're
not
not
able
on
to
this
palm
side.
the floor. My hips are definitely tight.
Keep that foot high.
Whoa.
We got one more. Ooh. And shake that out. Why does Facebook say something went wrong?
I don't know. Do you want me to test it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to double check. Everybody else, you're mine. Following along. We get in that chair, whatever object we're using again. We get that leg out in front of us, double check, make sure everything's right where it should be, everything's aligned. We pull those toes back and lifting for 1, 2, 3. We point those toes away from us, lift for 1, 2, and 3. Switching legs.
Pause as I feel my lack of hip mobility with those floor L thingies. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the twists.
Lift for 1,
What is wrong with Facebook?
2, 3. Pointing away. Pulling for 1, 2,
That's good.
and 3.
It's just being weird to us.
Switching up, we're doing our lunges, trying to find that position. Bop around if you need to. Again, really make sure you're thinking about tucking that tailbone as that knee goes down. That hip is going straight to that heel. That's 1. 2. 3. 4, 1 more. 5. And that leg back, switching our shape, switching our sides. Dropping for 1. 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's a really pretty bright green tree with new leaves and the sky is blue and it's really nice.
Oh yeah.
And then there's a darker evergreen behind it. It's pretty cool. Okay.
Pretty nifty.
Oh, the Paul's favorite.
Doing our twists.
Paul's favorite.
I'm gonna hold my phone the entire time.
Okay. Getting ready.
All right, here we go. Dropping. And switch. Switch.
I like to take a second in between because otherwise I don't get as much external. So like
Yeah.
I have to drop my hip back before I
Switch.
switch out. Otherwise I'm not getting any, did I say external? I'm sorry, internal rotation.
You know words.
I know words.
Switch.
I'm gonna go
That
slower.
was 3.
Right there is like the ticket.
How dare you adjust for your own specific body? Switch.
Pro tips.
That's not allowed. And
This-
one more each side.
This part's my favorite. It's definitely improved from just the 2 other sets.
And last one. Ooh. It's like oiling my hip joints.
Yes. Feels good. Like, look how much better that is.
Feels good, yeah.
That's incredible.
I wish that my shoulders could get the same feeling. They just always feel tight
Oh,
constantly.
yeah.
That's all right.
Personal problems.
Personal problems.
We'll get there. Slow increments.
Tight shoulders, don't recommend.
Okay. Ready?
Tease, here we go.
Let's do this.
1, 2, 3.
Should I be activating the whole time or can I put
What?
my
You can put
arms
them down.
But should I? I should.
5,
I can activate the whole time.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go out in front. My favorite.
Oh boy.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3,
I can't help but breathe heavy and I'm just sure it's so loud. I'm sorry.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I feel like it's going to be so weird to try to go back to instructor voice after this.
I know. We're
Haven't-
talking so soft.
We're
It's
talking
like
so soft.
it's like we're really weird yogis. It's totally not what y'all are used to, even though we sound loud to you.
Yeah. All right. Last round, best round, victory lap. Here we go.
Okay. I don't remember. Bird dogs. I remember.
Bird drops.
Okay.
Pull my
Not
heel
bird
back.
dog. That's different. Bird drop.
Bird drop.
I'm going for flat palm. Almost.
Whoa.
Yeah, balancing that is hard.
My balance is degrading.
Yep. Neurological fatigue. That's why you're getting better stretches. You're getting farther, rather. Getting more oiled. What's the metaphor here? Oh, buddy. Oh, I'm fine.
I got flat palm on this side now.
Oh my goodness, I am too tight. That's not ideal. You're not normally more mobile than me. Good job. You're awesome. Oh.
That's what my mom always said. Shake it out.
Wee.
Maybe she's one of the lurkers.
She never says hi and supposedly has watched these.
Who knows?
Maybe she always watches them late.
We get ourselves set.
Never live.
Again, we're dorsiflexing those toes. Activate, activate. Ready, set. Lift for 1, 2, 3. Pointing away from you. Lifting for 1, 2, and 3. Switching sides. Pulling those toes back. Activate that quad. Lifting for 1, 2, and 3. Pointing away. Lifting for 1, 2, and 3. Switching that up, we get ourselves in that lunge. Again, bop around as you need. And then here we go.
Oh, Molly. Okay.
There's 1. 2. 3. 4, 1 more. 5. That side clicked every time on the first round. It clicked sometimes on the 2 and 3rd rounds, and then it didn't click at all.
That's awesome.
Wow.
We need the oil can noise from Wizard of Oz. I don't know how to make that noise.
Got a nice, good oil change.
Yeah.
There's 1. 2. 3. 4, last 1.
Oh boy.
5.
Last time for twists. I'm so shaky. I can feel, I'm like a little wiggle woggle
I know.
in my hips. Okay, that's good.
Mobility circuits are so cool.
Yeah.
It's such a different form of training, but it's so important. I'm using that line to try to help myself gauge where I'm going. Here we go, drop in. Switch.
Remember that I go slow, so don't follow me unless you want to focus on the backward.
Switch.
Which I do.
Switch. Switch. That was 2. Switch.
I'm like, I inch forward. How do you not inch?
I kind of move my foot.
Oh. I'm an incher.
Switch. That was 3. Switch.
This feels awesome. Inch back.
Switch. That was 4. I'm definitely moving forward.
Ooh, nearly pulled there.
And switch. Go back to the center. Ooh, wow, this feels great actually. Being able to just like open.
Open.
Yeah,
This is so less effortful to like sit upright here.
yeah.
This is definitely improved.
Cool.
I think I've only finished 2, so I'm gonna do 1 more.
Following along with me, we're flipping on over. Down to our stomach. All right, last set, here we go.
Oh no, but I'll miss that. Wait, world. Because it's all about me apparently. Okay, there we go. Oh. Otherwise I won't do these. We all know. Ready? And I'm ready.
And 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Arms in a Y. Last set, Charlie. Here we go. And 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
I need to do like cat
Hey,
and
take
cow
a
real
moment.
quick.
Just kind of stand up, move your legs around. I like to do little walks after doing leg activations. It's such a weird feeling having so much extra range of motion and not feel that like rigidity constantly as you take your steps. It feels like my hips just glide afterward. It's kind of incredible. I feel like my leg goes so far back afterward.
It's like, vroom,
Whoa, my strides are so amazing. It's incredible.
I'm so good at walking now.
We
true,
are
though.
expert walkers. Oh man. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us through these activations.
Yeah.
Hopefully you got some outside time. If you did not get outside time yet,
Go.
you should go get some outside time. We were sitting out in our backyard earlier.
Show you my sunburn. It's on
It
my
was
shoulder.
really amazing. It was, well, not the sunburn. The sunburn's not amazing. The outdoors is amazing right now. It's a nice time for Rochester. So yeah.
We
But,
miss you. I'm
yeah.
gonna check chat real quick. Double
We'll
check there weren't
double check.
anything
This
else.
is your last opportunity to ask any questions. Otherwise, we are doing isometric holds.
I don't know who
on
Nightbot is,
Tuesday.
but he says handstand scorpion.
Handstand scorpion.
Hi, Nightbot. And then Kelsey says, the core engagement.
Yes.
Paul says, thanks for hosting.
Gotta get the core engagement.
I miss you. Hi, Nightbot. Bye, Nightbot. So thanks again. Tuesday, we're going to do a strength circuit, as we mentioned before, isometrics. So holds, long holds. It'll be great. Come join us. That'll be super fun. And there should be more video content coming your way. So subscribe so that you get notified when that goes out. There's definitely one on Monday.
Kelsey's asking, is it bad if your lunge barely falls backward? I imagine that means that you're not
fine.
getting much of a drop in that back knee, and that's perfectly fine. If you're still feeling that tension as you're dropping through that knee and you get a little bit of activation through that quad, by all means, that is perfectly fine. You go wherever your body allows you to go
So
in
you're
this
saying
one moment.
you're feeling like you're getting a lot of stretch just in this sort of range, and then there will be a delay for you to respond to me, but she'll let me know.
Yep. And again, if that's where you go, that's perfectly okay.
I think is my understanding of your question.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely fine, because what's doing is this opposition is going to create like a very different scenario, because normally you're used to doing this with us on the ground where we're only here and you're leaning forward. And that amount of split is less than what we're having you do by picking up your foot and putting it on a chair. So if you don't feel like you're going very far, that's absolutely fine, as long as you're feeling that open engagement through this area of your body.
Yeah, she's saying the back knee doesn't really go backward. It's like almost straight still. Perfectly
That's
okay.
totally fine.
As long as you're really thinking about that opposition as you drop that hip toward that heel, the one that's on the chair. As long as you're feeling that, yeah, that's great. Good question. Thank you for asking. Got you just in time.
Yeah. Cool.
We miss you.
We miss you. We'll see you on Tuesday. The end. We love you all.